Director of GSDS, to inaugurate this session, while as the keynote speakers, we have IS Mr. Vijay Prakash and Professor from IIT, Mr. PK Mishra. So before we get into this pool of knowledge, just a little bit of keeping. The audience can wait for the QA session, which is going to be just after the address by our speakers, and each questions would be given a chance to interact directly. One can also put up their questions in the chat box and raise hand to get unmuted for asking their queries. So without any delay, let's begin this session. According to the government of India, quote unquote, with the world changing rapidly, many unskilled jobs worldwide may be taken over by machines, while the need of skilled labor, particularly involving mathematics, computer science, and data science, along with other disciplinaries, will be in rapidly increasing demand. For instance, if we talk about climate change and the depletion of resources, new skilled labor, particularly in biology, chemistry, physics, and climate sciences, is required. There is a need to build an ethical and rational character among the children of this country, as in the next decade, India will have the highest youth population in the world. And therefore, we are here to discuss what exactly the new education policy of India talks about. How is it extracted from the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi? And for that, I would like to request our director, Mr. Dipankar Shrigyan, to start the show in his motion. Sir, please. I'm sorry, sir, you're not audible.
Sir, no sound. He is muted.
Hello, yeah, Mansi. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It seems director sir is not able to, even though he has connected, but there is some problem with network connectivity. We can't hear his voice, so he just asked me to do the thing, and he will join later.
Oh, sure, sir, sure.
There is some
You can.
problem with the voice, so I will just formally welcome both our esteemed honored.
So before that, please give me the honor to introduce you to our panelists.
Okay.
All the participants and panelists, we have our program officer, Dr. Vedavyas Guru, to inaugurate this session on behalf of the director. He'll be joining us very soon. There are some technical glitches. So please.
Thank you, Mansi. It is a wonderful occasion कि हम लोग जो है we are organizing this very important program on Mahatma Gandhi's approach to education, especially in the context of Nai Talim and the new education policy. We are really honored to have with us Shri, very honorable Shri Vijay Prakash sir, who is a person from the Indian Civil Services, retired. In fact, I had the honor of visiting his school. He's working with the marginalized communities, his school in Patna. And we could see by the wonderful work that is being done by the school in terms of promoting entrepreneurship amongst the young students of the marginalized community. And we could see the drones made by the students of his school, and such beautifully the drones and the robots were working there. So that is the way we need to build our education, from the rote method to practical approaches, to learn out of the knowledge, to develop knowledge outside the general curriculum, and look at the Gandhian approach of using the body, mind, and the hands and the spirit. So that is a beautiful example, and we will be listening to Sir on his perspective on how we can make our education very practical, job oriented, and people who can promote entrepreneurship amongst young people. We have with us Professor Pradeep Kumar Mishra, sir. He is from the IIT BHU, and I have had the honor of listening to Professor Mishra in several occasions, because Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti has been having number of programs with IIT BHU, and Professor Mishra has done wonderful work in promoting innovations in education, and there is an incubation center hub that is running in IIT BHU with very creative work. The incubation center, and we, in fact, Gandhi Smriti has been working with some of these incubation centers. It would be really wonderful to listen to Professor Pradeep Kumar Mishra, sir, on his idea of how to bring in innovation in education, and how to promote the whole idea of from our learning classrooms to the field, from lab to the field, how we can do this approach. So we are really honored for both of the esteemed speakers to give us insights on linking it with Gandhian approach to education, the new education policy, and how we can bring in innovation and entrepreneurship, promote entrepreneurship amongst young people. So thank you very much, sir. And without wasting any
Mansi, am I audible?
we will
Yes, sir, you are.
No, but I can't hear anybody.
I'm so sorry. Could you please check your speaker volume?
yes. So thank you very much, and we will have a Q&A session after this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your kind knowledge and sharing it with us. Now we'll proceed our session with a very famous quote from Martin Luther King Jr. He once said that intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. And if we talk about the new education policy of India 2020, it talks about bringing social mobility, economic mobility, inclusion, and equality amongst the all sectors of our society. I would like to request IAS Sir Vijay Prakash, who has served the government of Bihar since 1985 in different sectors that involve social welfare, agriculture, and human resource, and is currently serving as the CEO to Atal Incubation Center Bihar, to please enlighten our audience with the idea of entrepreneurship through innovation for students of marginalized communities. Sir, please, the stage is yours. Sorry, sir, unfortunately, you're not audible. Yes, sir. Now we can hear you properly.
How it is going?
Yes, sir. It's perfect.
Uh, I'm really obliged that you have given me chance to speak on this great topic, and the occasion is very timely. The new education policy has come, and on the other hand, Prime Minister has announced Atmanirbhar Bharat. So how can we combine these two? I will be talking about. And let me tell you, I was from 1981 onwards for 35 years, I was in an administrative service. But simultaneously, as we used to interact with marginalized communities, I got a lot of interest in the education of marginalized communities in particular, but in general, I interacted with the education system. I was in education department for 7 to 9 years. In fact, 9 years to be precise, in different capacities. I was secretary also, secretary of higher education, secretary of primary education, both. I was in planning, I was in agriculture and social welfare, and in fact, all the departments I got exposed to. But gradually, what I got interest in is that poor people or marginalized people are basically creative people. We have to understand this, and thereby explain why I say this and how we can use this. After my retirement, I was associated with, I'm rather associated with now when Bihar Vidyapeeth, which was established by Gandhiji and Rajan Babu. Bihar Vidyapeeth, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, and Kasi Vidyapeeth. These three Vidyapeeths were established. So I'm chairman of Bihar Vidyapeeth also, and we have set up Atal Incubation Center at Bihar Vidyapeeth with support from Niti Aayog. I'm chairman cum CEO of that organization as well. And meanwhile, I had been working for developing creativity among children, especially, and I wrote a lot of books. I found that unless we develop creativity, we cannot probably do much in, if you don't change your focus to creativity, you won't be able to extract the best from the students or the people. But let me come to the context. We have said we want to make Atmanirbhar Bharat. And Gandhiji said that you must have Gram Swaraj. And how can you have Gram Swaraj? You must have self-dependent individual, and you must have Atmanirbhar Gaon. We must have this what we call village independence or village sovereignty or individual sovereignty. He talked about many things, you know. So आत्मनिर्भर गांव कैसे होगा, और स्वावलंबी जब तक लोग नहीं होंगे तब तक आत्मनिर्भर गांव नहीं. और अगर एक लाइन में मैं सिर्फ समाप्त करना चाहूं, our whole education system basically focuses on intellectual development. And if you want to have this Atmanirbhar Bharat, you have to focus on manufacturing. You have to manufacture, you have to do something with your hand. And this hand part is totally missing. This is what Gandhiji wanted, that this should be introduced. Hand part should be equally emphasized, and whether it is through agriculture, whether it is through artisanship, whether it is through craft, anything. Hand part has totally been neglected in the education system. He used to talk about mind, body, and soul. But what I would emphasize is we wanted to focus, if you want to be creative, you have to have the entire body into your consideration. And in that context, we developed a concept called creative learning. What is creative learning? Is basically a learning system which makes people creative. And how can you be creative? We have a very simple formula to do that. You know, God has given this body as a learning machine. Every body is a learning machine, and this learning machine has to be made efficient. It's not only mind, it's the entire body and body system that has to be made efficient. This is the whole target of our learning. So this should be the target. So what we did was, if we want to if we want to develop this whole body as a learning machine, this learning machine has to be made efficient and productive, then we'll have to see it from a different perspective. We identified 7 core creative competency which should be developed in a body so as to make it efficient. This we call the first pillar of creative learning. What is this? These are 7 core creative competencies are concentration, memory, thinking, imagination, power of observation, and power of communication. These are the 7 core creative competencies that is required to be developed, because the body works, if you analyze the information flow inside the body, this will work through this. I mean, we receive the information through our sensory organs, so sensory organs have to be developed. We process inside the brain, so brain has to be developed, and then we communicate through our locomotor system, so that has to be developed. This is one part. The second part is every child is different, and we identified that there are 8 different distinctive way the children can be classified. That is, some children are verbal, means they are more connected with verbal things. They are connected with literature. They are connected with poems, etc. And all verbal things, words. They can connect with words. So there are certain children who are good at mathematics, so they have logical intelligence. There are certain people who are very good at rhythmic intelligence, a person like Lata Mangeshkar, or somebody may be good at spatial things. They can do good paintings like M.F. Hussain. And then we have somebody is good at kinesthetic. They are good at kinesthetic intelligence, so they are good at doing something with their body, like all the players, sportsmen, and things like that, or dancers. There are certain people who are good at in social things, like all the leaders that we have. They are very comfortable with people. They work in groups. There are certain people, they have got good interpersonal intelligence, and there are certain people who have good interpersonal intelligence, like who are the scientists. There may be scientists, philosophers, or saints who can spend large number of times speaking to themselves, going inward, and things like that. And then there is another group called who are natural smart, or they have got good natural intelligence. So what happens is, in our school system, only verbal and logical intelligence is taken care of. Other intelligences are not taken care of. That's why people, maybe a person like Lata Mangeshkar will fail in the exam, or maybe M.F. Hussain will find it uncomfortable, totally uncomfortable, or he may not succeed in the schools. So they will drop out. And this is what has happened. If you analyze the people who have succeeded in life to what their results, the correlation is only 0.4. Roughly only 40% people who do well in the schools succeed, or only 40% people who do well in life have very good score in school. So in this background, we have developed an academic curriculum which had thought that let's examine the marginalized people. We considered that marginalized people should be treated in the same way as other people, and I would like to say it totally differently. We consider that they don't know anything, they don't have any knowledge. But let me tell you that none of the marginalized people, or on the contrary, every group on earth has developed unique things in the world. To give you a very concrete example, and they are all scientists, they are all product of big brain. Let me give you an example. चर्मकार हमारे यहाँ होता है, चमार जिस जाति को कहते हैं हम लोग, there is a group, it's a big group, हम लोग उसको अनुसूचित जाति में क्लासिफाई करते हैं. Have you ever thought कि आज हम वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, और आज से शायद कई हजार साल पहले इन लोगों ने वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट के बारे में सोचा, और जो चीज टोटली डिस्पोज ऑफ कर दिया था उसको लोगों ने कैसे प्रोडक्टिव काम में लाया. ये मामूली काम नहीं है कि डेड बॉडी के स्किन को निकाल करके और उससे हम कोई चीज बनाते. दिस इज अ ग्रेट टेक्नोलॉजी, दिस इज अ ग्रेट इन्वेंशन, एंड ऑब्वियसली इसके पीछे जो दर्द है, इसके पीछे जो कष्ट है वो अलग है. लेकिन अपने आप में अगर देखें कितना लगा होगा, कितना पेन हुआ होगा, कितने लोगों की जान गई होगी, तब शायद ये प्रोडक्ट डेवलप हुआ और ये टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप हुई है. ये वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट में आज हम कह रहे हैं कि सभी चीजों को यूज कीजिए, लेकिन ये अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्या हुआ है, ये सभी कम्युनिटी के पास है. नन ऑफ द कम्युनिटी इन द वर्ल्ड जो ऐसा है जिनके पास इस तरह का कोई स्किल नहीं है. सभी के पास कोई ना कोई स्किल है. ट्राइबल्स के पास जाइएगा, दे हैव गॉट वंडरफुल स्किल्स. Unfortunately, what has happened is those skills have not been commercialized. failed in the race of commercialization and they have stayed back. And on the contrary, what has happened, even the schools and colleges, we don't give them any place. So how to give them any place? Abhi simple baat batata hu. Every if you go to Andaman, there is Jarwa tribe. Jarwa tribe is only, I mean, they are less than 1,000. There are very few numbers, and they remain. I mean, they don't even wear dress. Their food is habit is different. But when the tsunami came, none of the Jarwa people died because they knew they could read nature's signals, and they all fled away to the top of the hill, which we could not do. I mean, all those people who have read so many books, they could not do. So all the, I mean, this is unfortunate that their knowledge base has not been brought into the learning system. How to bring this knowledge of all the deprived communities. देखिए जो सांप पकड़ता है, मैं उदाहरण देता हूँ, सांप पकड़ता है और सांप को नचाता है, there is a big group जो सांप के साथ काम करता है और अद्भुत काम करता है. उन्होंने they have perfected the art of catching snakes or farming them, और उसका फिर विष निकाल करके बेचता है. तो लेकिन उसको हमने कॉमर्शलाइज नहीं करने दिया, हमने रोक दिया. मैं तो और ऊपर से वाइल्ड लाइफ कंजर्वेशन एक्ट लगा करके उनको डिप्राइव कर दिया, उनके स्किल से डिप्राइव कर दिया. This is the most unfortunate thing. We should have regulated it. We should have facilitated it. हम लोग को उनको फार्म में ले जाना चाहिए था, rather than हमने उनको डिप्राइव कर दिया. और ये एक ग्रुप नहीं है, भालू नचाने वाला था, बंदर नचाने वाला था. ये सारा ग्रुप जो है पूरे दुनिया का, ये एक बहुत बड़ा स्किल बेस लेकर के बैठा हुआ है मार्जिनलाइज्ड ग्रुप का. इसको कैसे स्कूल में लाया जाए? Now I come to where we can probably do some work, and this national policy on education gives you an opportunity for that. What they have said is two, three major things. I won't talk about the policy in general because I think people are now aware about that. But few things are very interesting. Number one, they have removed the barrier of subjects. This is very interesting. You can now take agriculture, and you can also take say, if you don't want say science, you can take agriculture. तो आप अपने मन से ले सकते हैं, वोकेशनल ले सकते हैं, you can वोकेशन के साथ कंबाइन कर सकते हैं. तो दूसरी बात उन्होंने कही है कि छठा से from class 6 onwards, what you can do is internship. You can do internship. ये एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. और ये if we miss this, ये इंटर्नशिप बड़े जगहों पर नहीं होना चाहिए. ये इंटर्नशिप होना चाहिए गांव में, ये इंटर्नशिप होना चाहिए खेत पर. कैसे खेत में धान उगाया जाता है, कैसे खेत में हम ग्रीन हाउस लगाते हैं, कैसे खेत में हम लोग पानी पटाते हैं, इस पर लोगों का एक्सपोजर होना चाहिए. कैसे हम लोग गाय को दूधते हैं, गाय दूने वाले खत्म हो जाएंगे, गाय दूने वाले अब नहीं मिलेंगे, कुछ दिनों के बाद गाय दूने वाले भी नहीं मिलेंगे. तो ये जो एक बड़ा स्किल है बेस, उसको एक्सपोज कराने की जरूरत है क्लास 6 onwards. What we have done is in our school of I also experimented with a school called School of Creative Learning. This is not a CBSE school, लेकिन में बच्चे गरीब पढ़ते हैं. We said that we will teach them the same thing, but we'll do separately. What we are doing is one of the things which we have missed. I mean, although this is mentioned in PE, but वो emphasis नहीं है. मैंने request भी किया था कि वो emphasis दिया जाए. Technology should go along with science. Technology or science and craft and designing. These four things are to be given equal emphasis in the schools. और ये बहुत ही important है. इसलिए भी important है. इसको कैसे कर सकते हैं मैं बताऊं. हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि in our school, what even from the lowest class, हम उन्हें opportunity देते हैं to do some work with waste materials. We start with waste materials. मिट्टी से काम, मिट्टी तो आसानी से मिल जाएगा. आप बालू आसानी से मिल जाएगा, आप कपड़ा कागज आसानी से मिल जाएगा. जो प्लास्टिक्स अभी प्लास्टिक्स वेस्ट is in abundance. You can work with whatever is a waste. Let's try to find some value in the waste. We start with this. Class 1, class 2, class 3, even LKG, UKG, we start with this. और ये धीरे-धीरे we go for experiments in agriculture. What we do is we ask them to go for certain problem in the society. जो आप problem देखते हैं, basically design thinking का जो concept है, we bring to the school. आप प्रॉब्लम गांव के का आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए, कम टू द स्कूल, डिस्कस इट एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट कि हम किसी बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। क्या आप अगर जैसे सिंपल बात, एक बच्चे ने कहा कि मजदूर, क्योंकि बच्चे देखते हैं तो उनको अपनी ही कम्युनिटी का समझ में आता है, अपने ग्रुप का समझ में आता है। व्हाट दे फाउंड वाज कि गरीब मजदूर जो जाते हैं और जो मजदूरों की मंडी लगती है वहां पर जाते हैं, तो वो साइकिल पर जाते हैं। जैसे कि वो तो काम करने जाएंगे तो उनका मोबाइल चार्ज नहीं होता। I mean, this problem you won't identify, understand, I won't understand because this has never happened to me. हम तो कार में भी अपना मोबाइल चार्ज करते हैं, लेकिन वो साइकिल में मोबाइल कैसे चार्ज करे, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। इफ दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम, लेट्स सॉल्व इट। एंड दे केम आउट विद अ सॉल्यूशन कि कैसे हम, हमको उसने 2-3 तरीका बताया कि तो हम सोलर से भी पुट अ बोर्ड ऑन दैट, कहा कि गाड़ी चलाएगा और सोलर से भी उसको कर सकता है, या इवन गाड़ी चलाने की जो मैकेनिकल एनर्जी है उसको हम कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं। तो ये प्रॉब्लम जो गांव के हैं उससे अगर हम लिंक करते हैं और उसको ले आते हैं तो धीरे धीरे वो इलेक्ट्रिकल चीज सीखता है, फिर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का सीखता है, और फिर हम लोग क्लास 6 आते आते हम लोग फिर रोबोटिक्स, सेंसर नेटवर्क, 3D प्रिंटिंग, ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी, सभी चीज आप एक्सपोज कीजिए, और ऐसा ऐसा प्रॉब्लम्स लोग सॉल्व करते हैं कि वी आर ऑल अमेज्ड। व्हाट हैपेंस इज, लेट मी टेल यू, बच्चे, ये जो गांव के बच्चे हैं, जो मार्जिनाइज्ड बच्चे हैं, दे लिव ऑन जुगाड़, और वो उनका जिंदगी जुगाड़ पर चलती है। ये जुगाड़ ही तो साइंस है, जुगाड़ ही तो इनोवेशन है। और जुगाड़ का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जुगाड़ को अगर हम लोग प्रॉपर्ली सपोर्ट कर दें टेक्नोलॉजी से, तो वो एक मॉडर्न प्रोडक्ट बन जाएगा। और ये चूंकि जुगाड़ का उनका माइंड है, हम स्कूल में अगर स्पेस देते हैं जुगाड़ के लिए, तो दे विल कम आउट विद ब्यूटीफुल प्रोडक्ट व्हिच कैन बी पेटेंटेड। मैं आपको बता सकता हूं कि अभी छोटे बच्चों का भी चीज पेटेंट हो सकता है, ऑब्वियसली उसमें और दूसरे हर्डल्स हैं, लेकिन ये एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, हम लोग को इसको टैप करने की जरूरत है। मार्जिनाइज्ड सेक्शन कैन डू वंडर्स अगर हम स्कूल में इस इनोवेशन के स्पेस को उनको देते हैं। और फिर वो अभी हम लोगों ने किया था, और बेसिक स्कूल के साथ, गांधी स्मृति नहीं के साथ ही हम लोगों ने काम किया था, और बेसिक स्कूल के बच्चे आए बिहार के दूसरे एरिया से, चंपारण से, और यहाँ स्कूल ऑफ क्रिएटिव लर्निंग जो पटना में है, दोनों बच्चों ने साथ एक साथ लोगों ने प्रेजेंट किया अपने अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को, यहीं पर बैठ करके उन्होंने बनाया। और आई एम बी सरप्राइज कि कितने टैलेंटेड लोग हैं ये बच्चे, ये हाथ से काम कर सकते हैं। हमने स्कूल से हाथ को अलग कर दिया, एंड दिस इज बेसिकली वी हैव पुट देयर क्रिएटिविटी ऑन होल्ड। दिस इज द मेन प्रॉब्लम, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। हम लोगों को अभी चाहिए कि हम लोग इस चीज को, इस इनोवेशन के स्पेस को, जो अपॉर्चुनिटी हमको नेशनल पॉलिसी ऑन एजुकेशन दे रही है, इसको करें। लेकिन एक बड़ी चुनौती है इसमें कि हम लोग इतने बड़े पैमाने पर हैं, इतने स्कूल्स हैं पूरे इंडिया में, उसको कैसे हम लोग करेंगे। लेकिन मैं समझता हूं कि हम शायद और कुछ चीजें छोड़ सकते हैं, लेकिन इसको नहीं छोड़ सकते। ये जब लोग करने लगेंगे तो उससे एक फायदा क्या है कि ये बच्चे जब गांव में जाएंगे तो दे विल स्टार्ट डूइंग सॉल्विंग देयर ओन प्रॉब्लम्स इन द विलेज। ये विलेज से जो कनेक्टिविटी है, ये सिर्फ इसमें ही नहीं है, मतलब हमारी जो क्रिएटिव लर्निंग की शिक्षण पद्धति है, उसमें हम लोग सभी चीजों में जो प्रोजेक्ट्स आता है उसको हम लोग गांव से जोड़ते हैं और गांव की एक्टिविटी से जोड़ते हैं। तो ये सोशल साइंस भी जुड़ना चाहिए गांव से, लिटरेचर भी जुड़ना चाहिए गांव से। एक और बात बता दूं, इसमें लिटरेचर में भी और लैंग्वेज में भी एक बड़ी समस्या है। हम लोग अभी तक सिर्फ स्टैंडर्ड लैंग्वेज पढ़ाते हैं, हम स्पेस नहीं देते हैं उसको, जो कि गांव के वर्ड्स हैं, या गांव के वो बच्चा आता है गांव में, स्कूल में कहता है कि हमको गोड़ धोना है, और टीचर उसको डांट देती है। या उसको अगर एक घड़ा दिखाइएगा तो वो कहेगा कि ये तो घैला है, ये उसका शब्द है। इस शब्द को अगर हम मान्यता स्कूल में नहीं देते हैं तो हम उसको साइकोलॉजिकली डिस्टेंस कर देते हैं, और फिर उसका नॉलेज नहीं आ पाता है। वो मछली मारता है, मछली का नॉलेज नहीं आ पाता है। वो खेत में जाता है, खेत का नॉलेज, किसान का जो खेती करता है उसका नॉलेज नहीं आता। ये अगर नॉलेज स्कूल में आएगा और इनोवेशन के साथ जुड़ेगा, तब शायद वो कुछ क्रिएटिव प्रोडक्ट बना सकता है, और तब वो जब लौटेगा स्कूल से वो कुछ नया करने को सोचेगा, वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप माइंड्स का होगा, और तब शायद वो गांव के प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व कर सकता है। तब शायद जो हम चाहते हैं कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बढ़े, अभी पूरे भारत में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बढ़ाने की जरूरत है। अभी हम लोग अनफॉर्चुनेटली आईटी सेक्टर में वी हैव डन समथिंग, लेकिन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस हमारा बहुत पुअर है अभी। तो अगर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बेस बनाना है तो ये अप्रोच अपनाने की जरूरत है कि हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी, साइंस, क्राफ्ट और डिजाइन इसको स्कूल से ही और अदर लोअर स्कूल से ही हम लोग स्पेस दें, तो इससे हमारा ये बढ़ेगा और मैं समझता हूँ स्कूल हमारा ज्यादा वाइब्रेंट और ज्यादा इफेक्टिव हो सके। आप सबों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने मौका दिया, और हम लोग स्कूल ऑफ क्रिएटिव में आपको करेंगे कि किसी को भी आना हो जरूर आइए पटना और देखिए, और फिर हम लोग मिलजुल करके ऐसा काम करें। और हमारे बच्चे भी, हम लोगों ने ये भी प्लान किया था कि बच्चों को एक्सचेंज कराएं ताकि एक दूसरे से बच्चे सीख सकें। और ये एक अंतिम बात मैं कर करके इसको खत्म करना चाहूंगा, ये पूरी लर्निंग का प्रोसेस बेसिकली पीयर लर्निंग पर डिपेंडेंट है, दोस्तों से सीखता है, और ये दोस्तों से का अवसर देना हमारे लिए बहुत ही जरूरी है। I would like to thank Gandhi Smriti again for giving this opportunity of sharing my views, and thanks a lot to all of you for hearing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed very, very useful to understand what exactly is the need of our nation. And by listening to your words, I can just share the idea of Mahatma Gandhi right now. He actually said what you have just shared, that one can learn by doing. One has to do and then he'll learn. And that can bring more of critical thinking, more of thinking independently, and bring creativity in what one is doing. Thank you so much, sir. And also, I would like to connect this with the new education policy, which is actually working on strengthening the Anganwadis and standalone educational organizations, which are working on lower level, on ground levels of the rural sector of India. So they're planning to strengthen those Anganwadis by providing well-equipped technology, well-trained teachers. Again, this can help the idea which you just shared to us, that जो गांव में हमारे पास जुगाड़ू चीजें हैं जो कि हर बहुत बेसिक नॉलेज की होती है, लेकिन हम वो लोग किताब में नहीं ढूंढ पाते. सो आई थिंक अगर हम वो स्ट्रेंथन करेंगे तो हमारी ऑन द जॉब जो वोकेशनल चीजें होती हैं वो और उभर के और निखर कर आएंगी एज ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया.
मानसी जी, एक जय शर्मा जी हैं, कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं, उन्होंने हैंड रेज किया है, तो अगर आप कहेंगे
ओके सर,
तो मैं उनको म्यूट कर सकता, कुछ पूछना चाहती हैं.
Sure. Vijay sir, would you like to answer the questions right now?
Can you repeat the question? I couldn't hear.
जय शर्मा जी, आप प्लीज आप.
Do you like?
Yeah,
Please आप पूछिए.
I joined through some other, because I didn't get the password. That's why. Sorry. So my question. There are two questions. The first one is you, Mansi ma'am, just said about well-trained teachers. My question is that still we have NPE, but the process to get teachers, the B.Ed program is still not very professional in our country, and still people become teachers by various means, and then all this NPE and all these things which sir just mentioned gets into, like, it has no effect on the children's. And the second thing I wanted to say is Vijay sir very well mentioned about their problems and their solutions. My question is, sir, why can't we have a different curriculum and different syllabus for them? Why they have to study the same curriculum for the that metropolitan city students learn? Why they can't have their own syllabus and curriculum? Thank you, sir.
Should I take the question?
Yes, sir.
Your question one is the teachers training part, and I do agree that we have not done our B.Ed education properly, but you would find that in the new education policy there is the whole thinking of teacher education. Now we are gradually going towards 4-year degree course for the teacher education. And on that, I think would change the scenario. But the vastness, the whole question is something different. And let me come to that. I will refer to one document that you should go through. That is National India Technology Vision 2035. That has been published by TIFAC. TIFAC is the Government of India, basically think tank on science and technology. Professor Misra might be aware about this. And this is an excellent document. They have come out with a vision that in 2035, if we open our mind, which kind of technology we'll see and how we'll like to see our Indian technology move ahead, move forward. And they have got a special supplement on education. And they say a brilliant thing. And this is where we have all have to probably move forward. What the problem is that they say that in 2035, you won't find this traditional schools or colleges. They will all either vanish or they will be on the on decline. And this online sources and online learning sources, meta sources, they will come to the fore. So what we have to do is all entire learning we have to redesign. Redesign means you have to physical learning, online learning, these all have to be combined. Where we miss is you said that we should have a different curriculum for that. It's not curriculum. Curriculum should be the same. What you need is different syllabus. Different, if you adopt activity-based learning, if you adopt what we say, this activity has to be different. Activity has to be contextual. अगर गांव के लोगों के बारे में हम कहें कि जाके पता लगा के, मैं एक सिंपल उदाहरण देता हूँ, जो एक्सरसाइज हम लोग कभी-कभी कराते हैं। मैं कहता हूँ कि सभी खेत से आप अनाज लेकर के आइए, धान हुआ है, अब खेत से लेकर के आइए, जिसकी बाली में सबसे ज्यादा अनाज होगा, एक बाली में एक बाली लाना है, जिसकी बाली में सबसे ज्यादा अनाज होगा उसको हम लोग पुरस्कार देंगे। आपको ये पता लगा के आना है कि सभी खेत से कौन सा खाद डाला गया था, कौन सा बीज डाला गया था, कौन सा सीड डाला गया और क्या से कितनी बार पानी डाला गया। ये पता लगा के आइए कि किस तरह से उसकी खेती हुई है और जिसका सबसे ज्यादा बड़ा होगा वो he will be the winner. अगर आप ये दिस इज एन एक्टिविटी व्हाट यू लिंक विद सोसाइटी, लिंक विद द कम्युनिटी। हम मिस कहां कर जा रहे हैं, हम जब उसको जो असाइनमेंट्स देते हैं, हम जो एक्टिविटीज देते हैं, उसमें भी हम वही डाल देते हैं जो किताबों में दिया और किताब से देख करके वो चार्ट पेपर उतार ले आता है, कहते हैं बहुत अच्छा है। हम कंटेक्स्ट से मारा
Yeah, it's fine now.
तो कैसे किया, जोड़ना हम लोग को बहुत जरूरी है, इससे ही काम हो जाएगा बहुत सारा। Over to Martin.
I hope sir has answered your question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
Want the details of this book, Creative Learning. Creative
Okay.
Learning. You can have a look. This is available online from Amazon, Flipkart, everywhere. Creative Learning by my name.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Before we move ahead, we have our director with us now. I hope he'll be able to join us. Sir, would you like to say something?
I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are.
Thank you, Mansi. Namaskar, sir. Sorry, I am extremely sorry that I couldn't join the meeting in time and due to some technical error. And I think that it is the most important challenge to have a techno people. Unfortunately, our internet is so. But I heard Professor Vijay Prakash sir is really very encouraging, really very and really very educative to all of us. I think if sir could have shown some of his innovations done with the students, that might have more benefited to our participants. Thank you, sir, once again for your participation and guidance to all of us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we'll proceed further. And before we head towards our second speaker, I would like to mention another quote by Nelson Mandela, who believed that education is the most powerful weapon which you use to change the world. Now, I would like to request Professor Sir Pradeep Kumar Mishra from IIT Varanasi, who has been contributing in the area of bioenergy, wastewater treatment, and biocompatible materials with academics and R&D. He has also signed up with the Government of India under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So please illustrate the idea of from lab to the land, which talks about the innovations and its practical implication in education institution by the way of Gandhian approach. So please unmute yourself. So,
please allow me to unmute. Am I audible? Okay,
yes, sir, you are.
Okay, also please allow me to share my slides. That is not being allowed.
Please, sir.
Admin, please allow me to share my slide. That will be better. Because that has been disabled. I am not able to share my slide.
Send the request, sir.
Pankaj,
Yes, sir.
please help, sir.
Sir,
Otherwise, I will just speak.
मुझे यहाँ पर सर
Yes, please, sir.
Just wait a minute. If that can be enabled from your side, if they can enable me so that I can share my slide.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So I'm initiating the discussion today. Thank you very much, Gandhi Smriti Darshan Kendra, Nai Delhi, for inviting me. And it was enlightening to hear Sri Vijay Prakash ji, and he has covered mostly land to lab. So you have chosen very judiciously. And now I hope you can see my slides.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so no problem. So once again, thank you, Gandhi Smriti New Delhi, for inviting me, and thank you very much, Vijay Prakash ji, for such a enlightening talk regarding land to lab creativity in schools. So I have divided my talk into 3-4 very clear, distinct portion. Topic is from lab to land, innovation from educational institution and their social impact, a Gandhian approach. As you might be knowing that I'm basically a chemical engineer by profession. By choice, I've started entrepreneurship education in IIT BHU. So I'm expert, I'm not going to say expert, but I do work in environment, energy, entrepreneurship, chemical engineering, and I'm from my core of heart, I'm a social activist. So in Banaras and nearby areas, nearly all the social organizations are working closely with me. So I do understand the technology being developed in the land, technology being developed in the institution, and how they can be mutually compatible to each other. कैसे ये अपने देश के लिए अच्छा होगा, इसकी हम बात आज करेंगे. But now new education policy has already been announced. July May that has come, and now there is a history from Vedic education to era. So if I carefully examine the book written by Dharmpal ji, The Beautiful Tree, I'll start from there. So what Dharmpal ji is written, and that has been quoted by 1823 report by collector of a particular district. Collector mentioned a curious fact: the economy with which children are taught to write in the native schools, and the system by which the more advanced scholars are cast to teach the less advanced, and at the same time to confirm their own knowledge, is certainly admirable and well deserved the imitation it has received in England. Dharmpal has clearly written that up to 1750 or 18, even the student and their education only in Madras Presidency was a lot better than the England. So in 19th century, England has started imitating us. Why they have imitated? The beautifully we are teaching, we are imparting creative learning, the way we were, the teachers, senior teachers were training their juniors, and even they were training themselves. So this was a very good way of inculcating knowledge in different level. So this cost-effective teaching method used in the indigenous private schools of 19th century India were in fact a manifest strength, so much so they were imitated in Britain, then across Europe, and then the world, and did so much to raise educational standard. So we were the guiding force to whole of the world to how to do education and how to impart education. Now, Gandhiji has taken a lot of learning from this, the Vedic education and the book by Dharmpal, and he has also mentioned a number of times about Dharmpal ji's work. So what Gandhiji says that by education, I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in a child and a man, body, mind, and spirit. Literacy is not the end of education, not even the beginning. It is only one of the means whereby men and women can be educated. Literacy itself, no education. It's basically literacy is the initiation of learning and creation, you can say. So I would therefore begin the child's education by teaching it as a useful handicraft that has been very well covered by Vijay Prakash ji, and enabling it to produce from the moment it begins training. And that is the gist what have been added by the new education policy in class 6th onward. So that is there. Thus every school can be made self-supporting. We need not invest so much. We are investing currently. The condition being that the state takes over the manufacturer of the school. But what happened later on? Later on, what happened that we have forgot Swadeshi education. That may be impact of Macaulay. And that is why Akbar Allahabadi, a noted Urdu poet, once described present education system. And he says, तिल्फ में भूख क्या आए माँ बाप के एतबार की, दूध तो डिब्बे का है, तालीम है सरकार की. मतलब क्या लड़के के अंदर आप संस्कार डालेंगे, क्या उसको इंडिजिनस नॉलेज देंगे? हो क्या रहा है कि उसको घर पे जो तालीम मिलती थी वो तो मिलनी बंद हो गई. पेरेंट्स ने सब कुछ सरकार के ऊपर छोड़ दिया. दैट इज द वर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन सिस्टम इन लास्ट 20 to 30 years. आपको याद होगा कि पहले गांव में शादियां भी होती थी तो हर घर से सामान आता था, एक कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की फीलिंग होती थी. But later on, what has happened? Everything has to be done by the government. We are not supposed to do anything. And then corruption creep in and things have been worse from that end. So the above couplet means that the culture of parent is not reflecting the children because they are brought up on milk powder and government education. Swadeshi education cannot be borrowed one. It has to be evolved, taking into consideration our own environment. We have to take care of what exactly the India and what exactly the rural India and what is this requirement. And I hope new education policy will certainly give us space to enter into that area. Swadeshi education cannot be, we wanted to create independent thinking in children and man through नई तालीम. तो नई तालीम को अब हम क्या करें, नया एजुकेशन मान लें, जो नया एजुकेशन सिस्टम आ रहा है. The purpose of education not to produce clerks who are not supposed to use their brains. Okay, we are supposed to produce leaders because Britishers were interested in the clerks की आवाज आदेश बजा लेने वाला चाहिए, लेकिन हमें आज ऐसे लोग चाहिए जो देश को नई दिशा और So नई तालीम after producing self-reliant, socially useful citizens situations. They will possess the skills, capacities required for all-around development and both society and individuals. By its very nature, it emphasizes on character. Until character is building rather than on providing information. That is very different. Now this is the Google era. Everybody has lots of information, but extracting knowledge out of that is a very critical phenomena. So the teachers or institutions are now supposed to create knowledge out of this information and then present it to the students in a manner that can be very easily absorbed. So they will possess skills, capacity required for all-round development in both society and individuals. By its very nature, it emphasizes on character building rather than providing information. The mood question is whether we want only literacy or aim to sarthakta, meaningful life. So this is the difference. Literacy or, saksharta or sarthakta. We have to choose one of this. What is current trend? I should not discuss more because the question now posing the word is that we have succumbed to the greedy word of technological gadgets and solution in order to stay ahead in the race of economic progress. Another important aspect that needs to be considered is to check if social innovation management become a victim of such greedy race. We are not doing social innovation. Social innovation is all about finding and curing the outlying societies. Constructive program of Gandhi's were targeted toward the poor and villages. So we have to go back again. It was for the uplift of those who had not availed the basic need. His ideas worked in synchronization with the nature and ecosystem. So, we have to save our ecosystem. We have to serve the last one in the line. So if India can only become Atmanirbhar, if we can reach to the last man. So that has to be done, basically. So now I will add one more thing. After Dharampal, after Gandhi's view, after understanding the current need, now this is the punch seal of new millennium. I do discuss about this. This has been given by Raghunath Anant Maselkar Sahab. He was the DG CSIR and the scientific advisor to Prime Minister of country, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Or even today, Maselkar ji is adding a lot of knowledge to Indian society and leading a lot of industries. So what he says that India can become one of the leading nation as dreamt by Abdul Kalam Sahab only by doing these things. What is? We have to create a system of education which is student-centric, child-centric. Second, we have to think of a family where women are put on the forefront. Female child has to be taken well care of. Knowledge-centered society. Society has to honor the knowledge creator, not the money and mafia. That has to be created into the mind and souls of the citizens of India. Human-centered development. It's not only automation can serve the country. We should go for that kind of development जहां हर हाथ को काम मिले. क्योंकि इंडिया 135 करोड़ जनसंख्या का 140 करोड़ जनसंख्या का अगर कंट्री है, अगर हम केवल एजुकेशन दे पाए और उसको कोई वोकेशन नहीं दे पाए, उसको कोई हमने नौकरी नहीं दिया या कोई उद्यमिता का जरिया नहीं दिया, तो वो गलत होता है. और मैं कई बार मजाक में लाइटर सेंस में कहता हूं, if you see majority of terrorists are more educated scientists and technologists, but they have gone into wrong hand. So we have to give proper opportunity. And finally, innovation center India. Until and unless innovation will be the core of the knowledge, core of the education, core of the training, we cannot get desired result. So innovation has to be given proper emphasis. Creativity then can only come. So we have to understand the difference between discovery, invention, and innovation. That has to taught at the school level. And the next one, how we can convert this population burden to human resource. That is very important. Now, ministry's name has already been changed from HRD to Shiksha Mantralaya, but there are human resource and they have to be upgraded. Otherwise, majority of our leaders sometimes says that we try our best, but desired result is not being brought in because there are immense population load. So now we have to train them in such a way, because we are very lucky. The students, the population of younger generation is maximum in our country. So if we train them properly, if we polish them properly, they can be sent to throughout the globe to lead the world. So we have a lot of opportunities. So how to do that? So मैंने कहा पहले, we have to inculcate the scientific observation into the students. As already Prakash Sahib was discussing, that they are giving such kind of training to the students. Go and observe what is exactly happening or what is currently happening. If you go to any school and ask any student, can you differentiate between sarson, gehu, chawal, chana? He cannot. So what is happening? So scientific observation. So what is happening? There are subjective observation, objective observation, and scientific observation. And majority of our decisions are based on subjective observation. So that is wrong, because from childhood we have been trained that आंख से देखी हुई और कान से सुनी हुई पर विश्वास करो. तो उसे सब्जेक्टिव ऑब्जर्वेशन कहते हैं. अरे आपकी आंख ने सही देखा, क्या आपके कान सुनने लायक थे, क्या आपका मस्तिष्क उस समय स्थिति में था कि आप विजुअलाइज कर सको कि हुआ क्या. इसीलिए सब्जेक्टिव ऑब्जर्वेशन इज द वर्स्ट वन. ऑब्जेक्टिव इज सिंपल डेमोक्रेसी. ज्यादा लोग जिसके फेवर में हो गए उसको बेहतर मान लिया, तो वो भी उतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ. सो वी हैव टू इनकलकेट द साइंटिफिक ऑब्जर्वेशन इन आवर स्टूडेंट, एंड दैट कैन ओनली बी डन थ्रू ऑब्जर्वेशन, थ्रू इन्वॉल्वमेंट, टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू एक्सप्लोर. So that has been given. Because time is limited, I will not discuss much. Otherwise, this only one slide takes around 1 hour. So I'm not going to discuss in detail. So next one is the self-exploration. Let the child, let the student give enough opportunity to explore it straight. what kind of positive traits he is having and what kind of negative traits. And depending upon the goal in life, objective of his life, he can be polished, he can improve upon certain negative trait if required. Okay, then motivation is the most important, which is the job of our teachers. So there are two kinds of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation will be brought into the students through self-exploration, through introspection. But extrinsic motivation will be given by we teachers. We can say, when you show them the path, the benefit, accordingly we can motivate them. And then finally, the next one is the modification of acquired needs. This is most important. You talk about the acquired need, there are need of achievement, need of power, need of autonomy, need of self-actualization, okay, need of approval. All these are there. But what I'm emphasizing that we have to modify acquired need, meant we have to improve upon achievement motivation. Students should be given an opportunity to explore themselves, to understand their positive trait, choose their goal, and based upon their education, their personality, and their goal, they should slowly move upward. That is the right kind of approach in education. Activation theory and job enlargement is also very good. Because as you know, every human being loves stimulation and variety in its environment. So students should be given such kind of training so that they can explore, they can utilize whole of their potential. केवल तनख्वाह के लिए नौकरी न करें, वो नौकरी इसलिए करें कि उनको उसमें आनंद आए, वो इस तरह का चूज करें. कैसे चूज करें भाई? फ्रस्ट्रेशन कहाँ आता है उनको समझना पड़ेगा. तो मैं कहता हूं, you plot a XY curve between degree of frustration and degree of difficulty in a job, and do understand according to you what kind of difficulty will be feasible for you. Then you choose the job, not choose the job on the basis of perks and salary. So that will be right kind of approach. And finally, we have to give them the proper training in the leadership. And what kind of leadership? We should inculcate democratic supervision into the student. That is one thing. I'm quickly moving, and that is required. So now, why lab to land? The topic given to me. Why lab to land? So now I'll be focusing more on agriculture. Why agriculture? Because 53% population is dependent on agriculture in India. But it is contributing only 17% of the GDP. जो पहले हम छोटे थे बचपन में कहा जाता था कि भारत एक कृषि आधारित देश है, लेकिन आधार तो अभी भी कृषि है, लेकिन जीडीपी में उसका परसेंटेज घटता चला गया. क्यों चला गया? क्योंकि फार्मर के हाथ से इकोनॉमी चली गई. तो अगर रूरल इंडिया को स्ट्रांग करना है, एंड वी रियली आर इंटरेस्टेड इन आत्मनिर्भर भारत, तो हमें अपने किसानों को, जैसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा है, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने, कि हमें उनकी आय दुगनी करनी है. कैसे करेंगे? So I generally say three-way model. Farmer is the core, then literate individual young person from village, and then educated youth from IITs and IIM. These three has to come together. Farmer will produce educated youth of village will be given proper skilling so that he can do post harvesting and processing, and then student of IIT and IIM go for value addition and marketing. If this particular network can be created, we can really be real Atmanirbhar Bharat. तो आज मैं इस पे थोड़ा ज्यादा कंसंट्रेट करूंगा. हमने बहुत सी बातें की है, हमने हर फील्ड में काम किया है, लेकिन हम एग्रीकल्चर में जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में काम किए हैं, ऑन एलाइड इंडस्ट्री में, दैट विल बी डिस्कस्ड टुडे. सो I've already discussed 53% population, only contribution of 17% GDP. So we have to narrow the gap and make agriculture a profitable and sustainable in terms of food security and rural employment. And that will solve a big problem. In COVID-19, we have seen the mass influx of laborers from metropolis city to their village. So we have to reverse the trend of this migration, and that can be done only when the higher technical institute will take proper interest. If you see, majority of business incubator in India, what they are doing, mostly they deal with the software and information technology. But the need of the hour is to do in agriculture processing, food processing, or use of AI, ML, etc. into the agriculture or manufacturing. Our MSME, that should be given proper representation. So that's why I have made it my target that I will concentrate mostly on these things. So next is, so we have to introduce low cost relevant technology on the farms and homes for increasing employment, production and income. assist the farmers to develop feasible farm plans, keeping in view the availability of technology, need and resource of the farmers, guide and help the farmers adopting improved technologies as per their farm plan, and demonstrate to them the economic viability of those technologies as well method of cultivation and farm management. So we have to organizing training, we have to do extension activities, because they have to adopt the practices, and we have to prepare them to coordinate and plan for agriculture development, and from development to the development of nation. We have to make the farmers aware about the various opportunities and agency, develop functional relation and linkage with the scientists and institution for future guidance, advisory services and help. And we have to identify area specific needs and develop specific solution for sustainability. Lab to land to lab. Now we have to combine all three, because Prakash ji has discussed land to lab. I will discuss lab to land. But sometimes there are the technologies which have been developed in the land. They needs validation, improvement, modification in the institution again. So there should be a synergy between all three. So this should be two-way process, not only lab to land, but also lab to land to lab, because innovation not only takes place in lab, but it also takes in land. And these are bottom-up innovation which are developed by to meet the local needs. Land innovation are based on specific local needs, local resources, local knowledge, and local technology. So ability to develop location-specific innovation and adoption to the maximize their local resources have been largely unrecognized, underestimated, and underutilized. So we, as a technical leader of the country, should certainly concentrate in this area. So we can say that land innovation should be customized. World agriculture industry has experienced a massive technological shift, like precision agriculture that involves big data, drone, sensor, and farm management software, environmental control, cellular agriculture, smart packaging technology, biodegradable packaging. So e-grasser business, so all has in the suitable space in the country, and if we properly move, we can add all this. So now urban agriculture, smart design, vertical farms, drone bees, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, all are having good place, and they can be a pedestal of knowledge sharing and development of the country. So I'm quickly leaving all this. Now I'll discuss few experiment done by our student, and that is ready, and that is entering into the business area. That is techno-entrepreneurship based agriculture intervention. So first was this Titlis Engineering and Project Private Limited, one of the company incubated at our place. What they had done, they have tried to solve the water scarcity problem. How they had done? What is written that around 76 million Indian people have no access to safe, usable water. Because there is also a great problem in our education system. In primary school, teachers are teaching them that Earth is a blue planet having 75% covered of water. So what I tell now, कि अगर हमें ये मौका दिया जाए कि पूरी दुनिया का पानी निकाल के एक गेंद बनाएं, तो उस गेंद का व्यास क्या होगा? What will be the diameter of that sphere? You will be surprised to note the sphere diameter will be only 1385 kilometer. 1385 किलोमीटर व्यास का एक गोला, पूरी दुनिया का सारा जल इकट्ठा हो जाएगा. यहां से बंबई, बनारस से बंबई की दूरी भी नहीं है, शायद दिल्ली से बंबई से थोड़ा ज्यादा दूर होगा. फिर लेकिन वो सब पानी हम पी नहीं सकते, उसमें समुद्र का खारा पानी है. तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वाटर वी कैन ड्रिंक? तो मैंने कहा दूसरा गोला बनाते हैं जहां ग्राउंड वाटर एंड वाटर फ्रॉम लेक एंड रिवर कैन बी कलेक्टेड. सो यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड टू नोट द डायमीटर ऑफ दैट स्फीयर विल बी 273 किलोमीटर. So only 273 किलोमीटर. बनारस से लखनऊ की दूरी, दिल्ली से लखनऊ की दूरी, शायद ये दूरी होगी. तो अब लगा पानी कुछ कम है, लेकिन जरा और ध्यान से सोचिए. We have degraded lot of rivers. We have, eliminated lot of ponds and lakes. You see, in every city there would have been 50, 100, 400 ponds. But now today there are not a single pond, only 2-3 ponds. They have been, dumped with garbage, and new colonies are coming on that. So if I honestly estimate what exactly water left by future generation, that will be pathetic to know. 56.5 kilometer is the diameter of that water. So you can understand. So the solving this water problem, around 76 million Indians are not having good water. The water available is contaminated water. So by 2030, it is estimated that 50% of the population will face water shortage. तो क्या करते हैं, या वाटर को, जो मॉइस्चर वाटर है उसको एक सीरीज ऑफ एयर जनरेटर से पास करते हैं, उसे फिर कंडेंसर से पास करते हैं और हम मॉइस्चर से प्योर वाटर बनाते हैं. ये टेक्नोलॉजी है, इसका 2-3 डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन इज रेडी एंड वी आर moving ahead to provide this kind of technology to the field. Next one is giving cheaper alternative to irrigation. So how lab is helping or can help, I'm discussing that only. What is current situation? More and more borewells are being created. And you know, if you create a lot of borewell, that will create water depletion and contamination. Arsenic और जो आर्सेनिक, क्रोमियम या फ्लोराइड की जो प्रॉब्लम राजस्थान, बंगाल और बलिया, सोनभद्र में है, इसलिए है कि बहुत नीचे पानी चला गया, रॉक उसमें डिसॉल्व हो रहा है. सो दैट इज बैड. सो व्हाट वी शुड ट्राई टू मेक मोर एंड मोर पॉन्ड इन द विलेजेस, and using those pond for irrigation or river for irrigation, we need lighter pump with having lesser consumption of wattage. So this Eliving Solutions Private Limited has created a 1.5 horsepower pump जिसको कंधे पर किसान ले जाए और उसको आराम से, बिना प्राइमिंग का है तो बड़े आराम से बहुत ज्यादा डिस्चार्ज देता है. We have done this. So this is one solution. Next, we are trying to create n number of solar dryer as per the need of farmers, so that they can do post harvest technology. They can dry their grains even in any adverse situation. And nowadays, even in 5-star hotels, they demand for solar dried tomato, solar dried spices. Their things are in demand. So this kind of technology is not a very high-end technology, but very low-end technology. But they need intervention from technical institutes. We are doing that. Next, you can go. This is an example of Jimmy McGilligan Center from Indore. They do a lot of cookies competition, making cooking through different kind of solar cooker. So that is the requirement of time. So now NutriTattva Food Private Limited process their food and compete multinational and providing good kind of nutritional food. So we are also training our students or companies to enter into all natural snacks such as crunchy nuts, nuggets, honey barbecue, munch, roasted sunflower. There is enough kind of things are done. Next is, moringa is supposed to be one of the best plant, but now people are not even thinking of planting it. सहजन की पत्ती को अगर पानी में उबाल के पी लिया जाए तो ये दूध से ज्यादा पौष्टिक है. और कोई गरीब जो आप कहते हैं ना भूख से मर गया, मैं तो कहता हूं अगर गरीब अपने घर के सामने एक सहजन और एक कटहल का पेड़ लगा ले और अपने छत पर केवल नेनुआ, लौकी, इस तरह की चीजें डाल दे, ये कौन बताएगा? हमें बताना होगा. मुझे नहीं लगता कि गांव में लोग बता पा रहे हैं, तो हो सकता है आईआईटी का प्रोफेसर जाके लोगों को बताए कि आप करिए. और हमने मोरिंगा बेस्ड और इस तरह के इसके इतने टैबलेट कैप्सूल ये सब बनवाए इस कोविड-19 में कि ये इम्यूनिटी बूस्टर के रूप में इसका बहुत बड़ा मार्केट हो गया है. और नाउ वी आर डूइंग लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. सो व्हाट हैज टू बी डन, दैट लैब हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड द नीड ऑफ द लैंड एंड अकॉर्डिंगली ही हैज टू डू and accordingly he has to move. It's not that I'm only doing research in the lab to get a publication, and the publication will depend only the trend in America. So I should only try to follow the trend of research of American American nation or European. That is not good enough for Indian Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we should certainly concentrate the local need and accordingly do the technology upgradation, renovation or research. So next is, that is aroma. We are facing a lot of problem of pollution of rivers. So why not to plant a lot of medicinal farming, do all across the rivers and extract, take the extract and can use. अगर आप घर में मॉस्किटो से परेशान होकर मॉस्किटो रिपेलेंट यूज करते हैं, so that is very bad for the health. But if you use lemongrass oil into that, you see the difference. So there are n number of things we can do. Am I audible? Hello? Hello?
You are audible.
Sir, you're audible, but probably your slide is not. according to
Hello.
what you're saying. Like,
Kundu Sahab, am I audible?
sir, you are audible.
Hello. Huh?
मानसी जी कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं काफी सारे पार्टिसिपेंट से क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं, आप देख पा रहे हैं?
ठीक
Sir,
है, ठीक
let him
है.
complete. Yes, sir, you're audible and visible too.
Okay, sorry. The line got disconnected. Now it's okay?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So now I'm just moving. I'm just discussing very small innovation. So next one is introducing Bezi Pure. One of my MTech students, Mantri has created that. In COVID-19 situation, if you want to wash your vegetables, you can, use this solution that is effective on any kind of microbe. Then Rita se ban raha hai chemical ready detergent. One of my electrical engineering student, Manas Nanda, has come out and given a lot of employment to tribal people in Odisha. So this kind of lab-to-land technology is needed. Now next is, so there is the greatest problem in mining industry of overburden dump. How it is being used? There are n number of large mountain of overburden dump. So what we had done, we given this challenge to our student of ceramic engineering, and they come out with insulating bricks. So they can be utilized as a low cost, storage system for farmers to help them to do their vegetable and fruit business. So such kind of innovation we are doing in labs. So now I'll be going for waste material. Every year we see a lot of problem in Delhi even when farmers in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh burn their, पराली जलता है तो लोग कहते हैं अरे बड़ा दिल्ली में प्रॉब्लम है. पराली ऊर्जा का इतना जबरदस्त स्रोत क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? अब इतनी बड़ी टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं. इंस्टीट्यूशन हैव टू कंसंट्रेट टू मेक इट मोर इकोनॉमिक एंड मोर वाइबल. So gasification, pyrolysis, anaerobic digestion, fermentation, and chemical technologies giving so many products: hydrogen, alcohol, gasoline, diesel, olefins. Then these are the different kind of fuels and chemicals can be brought in. So what I started biomass characterization into my laboratory. So earlier it has been done mostly in Europe. Germany was the base of that. So in India, in chemical engineering, ITBHU, I started designing a different kind of reactor and evaluating the potential of various biomass, how they can be used. Because this will ultimately give price to the farmers and improve their status. So this is the example first class. If we talk about only rice husk ash, जो धान की भूसी होती है इंडिया में 40 मिलियन मैट्रिक टन. अगर इस धान की भूसी को हम बिजली में कन्वर्ट कर दें तो इट विल बी इनफ टू लाइट 1,45,000 गांव को हम बिजली दे सकते हैं. So one of my student Gyanendra Pandey has started gasification unit in Bihar, and finally we have used this immense resource. और क्या होता है, धान कटता है, खेत से मिल में जाता है, मिल में वहां भूसी पैदा होती है, भूसी गैसिफिकेशन प्लांट में गया, फिर उससे बिजली बनी तो घरों में भी गया, इरिगेशन में भी काम आया, मिल बनाने के काम में आया, और साथ में कार्बन क्रेडिट अर्न किया. और अंत में हुआ कि जो ये राख बची उसका क्या करें? What will be the use of ash? So earlier it was blended in the cement, but my next company has utilized as a raw material and created new product. So अगर आप देखें तो next is Bristol Technologies. So what is that? Using rice husk ash and converting into the precipitated silica, which will be used as a material, filling material into tire industry and even in food industry. And even this silica can be made to produce glass at lower temperature condition. So this kind of technology is needed. And you can see we designed a reactor, fabricated the reactor, converted this ash into the very white, creamy silica. It is visible in my presentation. So now next is, if you see cow dung and food waste and sewage sludge, that is being wasted in India today. So now the time is that we technical institutes should concentrate and try to convert it to the useful form of energy and fertilizer. So this sewage plus is the proposed technology: use food waste, sewage sludge, enter into digester, create digestate and biogas. This digestate will as a organic fertilizer into the farmers for the use of farmer, and the biogas can be used anywhere. So This is the model we have already tried in metro station in Delhi, and even in Rashtrapati Bhavan, using horse dung, we have created, biogas, and that is being used in Rashtrapati Bhavan canteen. So that kind of work, I am not going to discuss the detail to, just compensate the time. I'll quickly finish. So this is, renewable reactor wherein we can use solar and wind, and then we can convert food waste into the biogas. So even for those conditions in villages, suppose there are very few animals in each village, each houses, so we can make a cooperative kind of concept, a gobar bank, collect that, convert it to the gas and manure, and then distribute. So this is there are a number of kind of models we have proposed. Next one is the RO. This is the biggest challenge to the country, because we are wasting a lot of water. If we 1 liter water is entering into the RO, 3/4 is being wasted, and only 1/4 liter is used. So now technology has to be developed to minimize this wastage. And we got a lot of success into that. In our new model, we are generating 3/4 liter of usable water, and only 1/4 is being wasted. We have also addressed the problem of depletion of minerals into it. So this kind of lab on land technology is need of our, and ITBHU is working to that area, and we are moving ahead. Now next one is polythene. Polythene is a menace. प्रशांत महासागर में पॉलिथीन के इतने बड़े बड़े ढेर हैं कि डेनमार्क और नॉर्वे से बड़े देश बन जाए। आप सोचिए, तो हमें बायोडिग्रेडेबल पॉलीमर चाहिए, कैसे बनेंगे? फिर हम उन्हीं फार्मर्स के वेस्ट से, धान की पराली से, केले के तने से हम बना सकते हैं। So one of the company, Lifehomics Biological Private Limited, was created by one of my PhD student of chemical engineering, and they are starting manufacture of this. So this kind of innovation is currently needed. Even dhan ke we can go for pearl culture. This is the smallest innovation. We made a kind of solar reflector that can even use for ironing of the cloth. So you cannot use you need not use the coal. So this is one situation. Now finally, also one example, world's highest solar cooker in Ladakh. People say कि वहां पर कैसे होगा, बर्फ है, लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी अगर बेहतर हो तो ये दीपक गढ़िया ने किया है, बहुत बढ़िया है। आप देखिए, पहले हमारा जो सैनिक देश के लिए लड़ता था वो इतनी गंदे किचन में खाना बनाता था, कितने तो दमा से मर जाते थे, लेकिन आज वो किचन ऐसा दिखता है। तो टेक्नोलॉजी का इंटरवेंशन इस तरह का चाहिए, तभी हमारा देश आत्मनिर्भर बन सकता है। सो नाउ आई एम कंक्लूडिंग दैट इनोवेशन इज अ मेजर इंस्ट्रूमेंट इन सोशल इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट, स्पेशली इको फ्रेंडली इनोवेशन stimulate not only production but an efficient use of natural resources as well. As a result of changing economic, political, and ecological conditions in the world, innovation are enablers of the value addition and accelerators of growth and overall development of society. The ultimate impact of technology and innovation will be to decrease poverty, rural development, and to create Atmanirbhar Bharat. तो मुझे आशा है कि नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी ने जो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी दी है करिकुलम में, हायर एजुकेशन में और प्राइमरी एजुकेशन में, जो वोकेशनल और लर्निंग पे जो एम्फेसिस दी है, और तीसरा जो पॉइंट है कि हम अपनी भाषा में, मुझे तो हंसी आती थी जब मेरा बेटा संस्कृत पढ़ता था इंग्लिश में, तो मैं उसे कहता था यार सोचते किस में हो, तो कहता पापा सोचते तो हिंदी में है। तो हम कहे बड़ी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन है कि आप कोई चीज संस्कृत पढ़िए, फिर उसको इंग्लिश में पढ़िए, फिर ट्रांसलेट करिए हिंदी में। और इसीलिए शायद मैं एक टेक्निकल टीचर होने के बाद, एनवायरमेंट, एनर्जी और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में काम करने के बाद मैंने कल्चर पर भी काम करना शुरू किया है kasikatha.com के थ्रू, और मैंने भोजपुरी पर भी काम करना शुरू किया है चकोर के थ्रू। तो ये हमारी ड्यूटी है क्योंकि हम शिक्षक हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच। आई होप आई हैव गिवन यू glimpses of innovation which can help at least one particular area. There are a number of opportunities. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. These were really insightful, and by that, of course, conclude very proudly कि जो हमारी new education policy है, it emphasizes on critical thinking, problem solving, creative plus multidisciplinary, innovation, adapting, absorbing new material, experimental, holistic, discovery oriented, discussion based, flexible and integrated. And but of course it should be enjoyable to all. जो पसंद है, जो मन है, वो करने को अब बच्चों को मिलेगा. That's a very glad situation. And with that, we would like to move and take our this session to the final stage, where the virtual podium is open for all participants to inquire their points. And I think sir कुछ questions already हमारे chat box में हैं, so हम उनको एक बार पढ़ के एक बार आपको बताते हैं, and we'll let you know.
So all comments, sir. I hope most of the
Yes, but एक क्वेश्चन थोड़ा है कि विवेक कुमार जी का क्या अच्छी योजना लेकर आती है, परंतु जिले व तहसील स्तर पर उसको अच्छे तरीके से क्यों नहीं लागू कर पाते, या क्यों नहीं लागू हो पाता?
एक बार फिर से कैन यू रिपीट दैट?
यस सर, सरकार अच्छी योजना लेकर आती है, जिले व तहसील स्तर पर उसको अच्छी तरीके से लागू नहीं कर पाती.
इसमें फिर मैंने कहा, जैसे आपने ध्यान दिया होगा, सबसे पहले जब मैंने कहा था कि हम लोगों की स्थिति ये हो गई है कि हर काम सरकार पे छोड़ दिया है. अब सरकार ने तो डिजिटलाइज भी कर दिया, गांव तक ग्राम प्रधान को भी जो रूरल डेमोक्रेसी आप कहिए उसके थ्रू कनेक्ट कर दिया. लेकिन हमारे गांव के यूथ इतना भी बॉदर नहीं करते कि वो जाके स्कूल पर जरा एक बार टीचर का अटेंडेंस ले ले, या एक बार जो चिकित्सा संस्थान, जो चिकित्सा केंद्र बनते हैं, वहां डॉक्टर का अटेंडेंस ले लें. करना क्या है, मोबाइल लेके जाएं, ताला बंद है उसका फोटो खींच के भेज दें. तो लोग बेसिकली इररिलेवेंट हो गए हैं. दे आर नॉट थिंकिंग ऑफ जनरल बेनिफिट ऑफ सोसाइटी. वो केवल अपने लिए सोचते हैं. और मैं इसलिए इसको कह सकता हूं कि मैं अभी इंस्टीट्यूशन के बाद गांव में भी रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेंटर खोल रहा हूं. मैं 4 जगह रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेंटर अपने रिसोर्सेज से, अपने फ्रेंड्स के रिसोर्सेज से, विदाउट गवर्नमेंट्स एड खोल रहा हूं. और मैं देखता हूं तो लोग कहते हैं यार इनको कुछ फायदा होगा इसलिए कर रहे हैं. हम उनकी सहायता के लिए जा रहे हैं, लेकिन वो पहले ये देख रहे हैं कि हमको क्या मिल सकता है. मतलब अगर मान लीजिए मुझको भी कुछ मिलता, लेकिन उनकी ज्यादा ट्रेनिंग होती, उनको ज्यादा फायदा होता, तो कहीं ना कहीं सोच में प्रॉब्लम है. इसलिए कि हमने देखा है लोगों ने बहुत बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल काम किया है. पोपटराव पवार को देखिए, अगर हेवरे बाजार में जाके आप देखना चाहें, अन्ना ने अपने गांव में किया, या काकून में जाके धर्मेंद्र मिश्रा ने जो काम किया, मैं देख रहा हूं. लेकिन अभी इन जनरल हम लोग लिटरेट रियल सेंस में नहीं हो पा रहे हैं. कहीं ना कहीं हमारे कंपार्टमेंट खुले नहीं है. इसलिए मैं लोगों से अपील करता हूं, प्लीज ओपन योर कंपार्टमेंट. जो फैसिलिटी है उनको अगर आप तक नहीं पहुंच रही है तो बताइए. हम लोग एक चेन क्रिएट करते हैं, और चेन क्या होगा, आप ही से होगा. Youth of the villages in the rural area will make a information broadcasting system. एक ऐसा बताएंगे कि हमसे सीखेंगे और जाके उनको पहुंचाएंगे. ये सिस्टम हमें करना होगा. केवल सरकार नहीं कर पाएगी, हमारे सारे यूथ्स को, हमारे सारे टीचर्स को आगे आना.
सर वेरी राइटली सेड. और इसी से मुझे प्रॉब्लम याद आती है, और जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में भी किया गया है कि गांव में तो बन गए लेकिन बच्चे वहां जाते नहीं है. बच्चे जाते बायोमेट्रिक लगाकर आ जाएंगे, टाइम आउट टाइमिंग कर लेंगे. पर इस न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी कहा गया है कि नीड टू क्रिएट लिटरेसी एंड न्यूमरेसी एंड टू curtail growth rates by expanding schools to higher level. अपनी क्लासेस अटेंड करें, और उन सिर्फ क्लास में या स्कूल में दाखिला लेने से कि हमारे पढ़ेगा नहीं, बच्चों को कुछ जाना होगा, वहां जाके पढ़ना होगा.
हमें कुछ बताना है इस पे? हाँ, बताइए
briefing the new education policy.
Okay, please go ahead.
सर मैं जॉर्ज से भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी, क्वेश्चन सेम ही सर के है विवेक कुमार जी के. देश के ज्यादातर हिस्सों में मानसून ठीक-ठाक होती है, उस पानी को हम पूरी दुनिया को 1 साल तक पानी दे सकते हैं, लेकिन सिटी व गांव में कोई भी इसके प्रति जागरूक नहीं. दिल्ली में करोड़ों मीट्रिक क्यूबिक का पानी सीवर में चला जाता है. कब तक प्रशासन पानी को बचाने के कार्य से बचता रहेगा? सर
अब इस पे मैं बताऊं आपको कि मैं कहता हूं, देखिए इंडस्ट्रीज का काम मैं बहुत करता हूं। गंगा बेसिन में 500 इंडस्ट्रीज का मैं अकेले मॉनिटरिंग करता हूं। तो बार बार हल्ला होता है कि जीरो डिस्चार्ज इंडस्ट्रीज चाहिए। तो जीरो डिस्चार्ज होम क्यों नहीं चाहिए? जीरो डिस्चार्ज मल्टी स्टोरेज बिल्डिंग क्यों नहीं चाहिए? जीरो डिस्चार्ज मॉल्स क्यों नहीं चाहिए? तो हमें भी सोचना होगा। मैं विकास प्राधिकरण, डीडीओ, इन लोगों से कहना चाहूंगा कि आप कृपया किसी भी मकान का नक्शा तब पास करिए जब उसमें वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग लगा हो। 2 काम करना है, वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग लगाएं। दूसरा, जो हमारा टॉयलेट का पानी है और जो हमारा किचन का पानी है, ग्रे वाटर एंड ब्लैक वाटर को अलग करना है। सबको पहले क्या हुआ, जब सीवेज सिस्टम आया तो लोगों को यह बताया गया था कि पहले अपने घर में आप पिट बनाइए और पिट का ओवरफ्लो जाना चाहिए सीवेज में। लेकिन हम देखिए, हम करप्ट हैं, तो हमने पिट बनाना बंद कर दिया, सीधे सीवेज में डाल दिया। फिर हमने अपनी सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी गवर्नमेंट पे डाल दी। तो देखिए पानी कैसे बचेगा? वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग शहरों में होगा। कोई भी मॉल, होटल, मल्टी स्टोरेज बिल्डिंग तब तक उसको नक्शा ना पास करें जब तक उसमें बायोडाइजेस्टर लगाना हो। बायोडाइजेस्टर लगाएंगे तो उससे क्या होगा कि पानी ट्रीट होकर रिसाइकिल होगा और हार्वेस्टिंग से पानी हम भूतल में डालेंगे। और गांव में ज्यादा से ज्यादा तालाब बनवाए जाएं, ज्यादा से ज्यादा जोहड़ बनवाए जाएं। और इसीलिए मैंने उस पंप की बात की थी, जो पंप जमीन से पानी नहीं निकालेगा। क्योंकि मैं बोरवेल के, कभी कभी मुझे दुख होता है, इन्वेंशन को मैं बम का इन्वेंशन कहता हूं, न्यूट्रॉन बम। द वे वी आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग डिप्लीटिंग वाटर सोर्सेस, दैट इज नॉट गुड फॉर अवर हेल्थ। तो हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा, आप देखिए पहले अगर पुराणों और वेदों में मैं चला जाऊं तो वहां कहते थे तालाब खुदवाना, झील बनवाना, पेड़ लगवाना, आश्रय बनवाना, ये पुणे का काम है। और आज क्या करते हैं? तालाब पटवाना, पेड़ कटवाना, मतलब सब उल्टा। और कह रहे हैं कि हम अच्छा कैसे करेंगे? तो अच्छा करना होगा, अपने से शुरुआत करनी होगी। कहीं भी तालाब पट रहा है, खड़े होइए। मेरा एक दूसरा, कभी समय मिलेगा मैं प्रदूषण पे जब बात करूंगा तो मेरे उस स्लाइड्स में दिखाता हूं। कॉलोनी का नाम है सुखी संसार, और मैंने जब रिकॉर्ड चेक किया तो तालाब पाट के बनाया गया। और बनारस में तो कई तालाबों के खिलाफ और बगीचों कटने के खिलाफ मैंने मुकदमा लड़ा है। तो चीजों को किया जा सकता है जब केवल टेक्नोलॉजी कैन नॉट हेल्प एवरीथिंग। यू हैव टू बी नॉलेजेबल सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया। ये बहुत जरूरी है। थैंक यू। एनीथिंग एल्स?
सर ऐसा ही एक एग्जाम्पल है सोडा विलेज का, जो कि राजस्थान में, जहाँ पूरा विलेज सिर्फ एक तालाब पे निर्भर था और वो तालाब साफ ही नहीं कराया गया कभी। इस वजह से बच्चे डाउन सिंड्रोम से सफर कर रहे। तो लोगों को अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी समझनी होगी। वी कैन नॉट मेक द गवर्नमेंट कि उन्होंने गलत किया या उन्होंने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अपनी नहीं की। We are accountable to this.
तो आप क्लासिक एग्जाम्पल तालाबों का अगर देखना है तो बुंदेलखंड देखिए। 75 तक बुंदेलखंड भारत का बहुत ही हरा भरा देश हुआ करता था, क्षेत्र। और आज सबसे बुरा है। रीजन केवल यही है कि वहां सारे तालाब पट गए। और काकून में जो एक्सपेरिमेंट धर्मेंद्र जी ने किया, केवल अपने रिसोर्सेज से 200 तालाब खोद दिए, वहां का सिचुएशन बदल गया। तो केवल सरकार पर डिपेंडेंट ना हो और हम खुद के श्रम पर भरोसा रखें और कोऑपरेटिव, ज्यादा से ज्यादा कोऑपरेटिव पर भरोसा रखिए। फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी बनवाइए, आप आगे जाएंगे। थैंक यू।
Now I would request any of the panelists, Jayaprakash ji, would you like to conclude? Would you like to say anything? Okay, let's move ahead. I would like to thank my colleague, Mr. Pankaj, for helping us technically and solving all the technical glitches. Rajdeep sir, would you like to conclude by saying anything? I think.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Am I on? Is Vedaji around? No, man. No, he's not. I don't see him where he is there. Okay. I mean, I think yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mansi, for bringing me in. I I think this was after a long time. I mean, we have had such a fantastic discussion, and I mean, hearing Professor Mishra, sir, for such a short time, I think is just not enough for all of us. With so vast experience and so immense knowledge of and technicalities, sir, your insight into the entire subject and your idea of throwing us the whole idea of collective responsibility and very important said that we are supposed to produce leaders and not clerks. And I think I must thank you from the bottom of my heart for such an insightful session. I know it is not enough for all of us to understand so many technicalities which you have pointed out, but broadly speaking, whatever you have said about innovations and how we have to integrate our knowledge, local skills, and the last point which you mentioned, that youth of the villages need to create an information broadcasting system, really should go a long way in helping the new education policy see its fruition. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for accepting our request to be one of the speakers and sharing your insight into this subject. Thank you very much. We look forward to having a session with you again sometime. I must,
Thanks a lot.
thank you, sir. The pleasure is ours entirely. I must thank again from the bottom of my heart, Shri Vijay Prakash ji, for setting the motion and how we have forgotten our villages. The point which he said that the new education policy, which has thrown us and given us the opportunity to help us choose our own vocation and also provide students from class 6 onwards to join the internship, some kind of an internship. And schools, I feel, per se in the country should get a directive from the respective departments, ministries, that they should send their children to the villages, even if it is for a week. Nearby villages should not be too far. Let them learn how to wash the cow. Let them learn how to feed the cow. Let them learn how to play with the mud, feel the essence of the mud, feel the fragrance of the mud. It is then they get back to their roots. I feel Gandhiji had truly said, and if I may say it in Hindi, that यदि मैं कवि होता तो उंगलियों के संभावनाओं से कविताएं लिखता. If I were a poet, I'd write poetry on the possibilities of my fingers. And I think what he was actually stressing on was on how we develop our craft, how we use our hands, and how our hands can produce wonders. I thank Sir Vijay Prakash ji for his observations, for his pointers that he had put forward before us today. There have been quite a number of principals from different schools who have joined. Some of the schools teachers who have been also deputed to join into this program, and I think they would really take this message across to their schools. And sir, I hope this, if I mean even Sir Professor Mishra, sir, if something these children could also, I feel, if something could be done to help these children after the COVID is over, that to go to the nearby villages in their own areas, Haryana, Baghpat, Meerut, and then experience the life there, stay there for a week. This should be done like for their extracurricular activities, not just as an, and help them understand what is real India. Thank you once again, Sir Vijay Prakash ji and Professor Mishra, sir. Thank you very much for really taking us through this journey. It's a very short duration to hear both of you, sir. I must again conclude saying that thank you very much. Mansi, thank you very much for the well coordination and the moderation. Thank you, Vedaji, the program officer of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, for your welcome address. Thank you, Shri Dipankar Shri Gyanji, the Honorable Director of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, for helping us organize this webinar and with such wonderful brains of the country. Sir, thank you very much. Our regards to all of you. And we
So,
hope you all stay safe.
I want to add one more line that as in regard to the student, primary school education or secondary education, we have also developed a good team who love to go to schools and teach the student science and mathematics in a very interesting way. Uh, and I'm also associated with a Project Mala group that is up to +2. We started with 2 schools and now there are more than 15 schools. So we are also working the area, and I like to connect with Vijay Prakash ji now because he is in Bihar, I'm in Banaras. So I'll certainly love to see what we can do the service to the society by connecting each other. And even Gandhi Smriti, I'm already working with you guys from more than, I hope, 5 to 6 years. So let us contribute like गिलहरी ने जो रामचंद्र जी जब पुल बना रहे थे तो ये गिलहरी आती थी अपने को भिगा के और जो सैंड जो छिड़कती थी उसी तरह कुछ हम लोग भी करें तो एक तरीका शुरुआत हो जाएगा जहां पर कंट्रीब्यूशन इंपॉर्टेंस होगा। आजकल जो एक भ्रम पैदा हो गया कि सब सरकार करेगी, उससे थोड़ा लोगों को बाहर निकालना जरूरी है। तो थैंक यू फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सच ए nice event and giving us opportunity, and it was immense pleasure to listening Vijay Prakash ji today. और जैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर को भी इतनी फील है समाज की, तो समाज जरूर बदलेगा। थैंक यू।
Thank you. The pleasure is entirely ours to have both of you on the panel today, sir. Thank you so much. Mansi, you take over.
Hello, Rajesh sir.
Mansi, yeah, I think you can conclude. Mansi, you can conclude. Thank you.
सर बैंडविड्थ का इशू हो रहा है सर, वो लो बैंडविड्थ दिखा रहा है सर। कार्तिक सर,
with your permission, we will leave the meeting. Thank you so much, everybody, all the participants, for joining the meeting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.